Perform annual maintenance at the end of every burn season to keep your appliance performing at maximum efficiency. Following these procedures will keep your appliance trouble-free and give you years of reliable heat and enjoyment. Appliance failure due to lack of required annual season maintenance will void your warranty. To begin the end-of-season maintenance, set the wall control to off in the auto manual off screen of the menu. Unplug the appliance, empty the ash drawer, and vacuum out the ash drawer compartment. Empty and vacuum out the firebox. Remove the baffle and clean the heat exchanger. Scrape the walls and floor of the firepot, making sure that all the air holes are clear of debris and buildup. Clean the glass and inspect the gasket on the glass door and around the ash pan seal. Replace as necessary. Set the wall control to off and allow the appliance to shut down and cool completely. Disconnect power to the appliance. For the stove, remove the 4 screws holding the left rear side cover and remove the cover. For the insert, remove the right and left cast sides by squeezing the latch through the upper air holes, tilting out the side and lifting away from the insert. If a hearth is present, protect the hearth and slide or rotate the insert out onto the hearth so that the back side of the insert is accessible. It may not be necessary to disconnect the venting from the insert depending upon the installation and size of the fireplace. Without removing the wire connections, disconnect the control board from its mount by squeezing the locking tab at the top and sliding the control board up. Move the control board to the right, being careful to move the wires without straining the connections. For the stove, without removing the wire connections, disconnect the power supply from the back wall of the stove by squeezing the locking tab on the left side of the power supply and sliding the power supply to the left, that's towards you. Carefully set the power supply down on the floor outside the stove, being careful to move the wires without straining any connections. The power supply does not need to be removed from the insert. Squeeze the latch at the top of the blower outlet and rotate the blower housing away from the appliance, then lift up and out of the convection air inlet. Squeeze the wire connection clips together and remove the connector from the blower. Rotate the top of the blower towards you and carefully guide the blower housing out of the appliance. Use a vacuum and soft bristle brush to thoroughly clean the fins of the blower. Reverse the procedure for blower installation. Be sure the rubber gasket is correctly located inside the opening of the convection air inlet during blower installation. Thoroughly clean all venting. Remove and clean the combustion blower and vacuum out the combustion blower housing. Empty the hopper and vacuum out the bottom of the hopper pocket. Repaint the interior of the firebox with a high-temperature paint to prevent rusting. Finally, reassemble all the removed components.